All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3. Well, hello there, everybody. You are watching the main viewer, if you can believe that. We are going to be doing a lot of amazing stuff, mostly talking about the new nominees for the 2022 Lappy Awards. Or should we pronounce it L-L-A-P? No.
Lappy, definitely.
Works.
Lappy
Okay.
works.
We are joined, of course, today by, oh, by the way, occasional science consultant for Star Trek Prodigy. Bet you didn't know that. Dr. Mohammed Noor.
Hello, thank you for having me on the show. Always a pleasure to be on the main viewer, and very excited to talk about the Lappy Awards.
Especially the Lappy Awards. Also, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel is joining us all the way from Lower Manhattan, Mid-Manhattan, somewhere in Manhattan. Midtown Manhattan, whatever that means.
Correct.
From these LA types. Also, all the way straight from Midtown, Simi Valley, Melissa Longo.
Yeah, that's not very exciting.
And in mind,
Exciting because you're there.
Oh,
and I swear I'm good at geography. Okay, so I guess we'll just get right into it.
Can't wait any longer.
Yep. Everybody at home, if you can hear us just fine and see us just fine, say yes.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go over, the categories, most of which you already know about, but there are a lot of categories that didn't need certain, polls to have figured out. So we can go over a lot of those kind of things. But we're going to, thank you, John D. Brewer. He says yes. We're going to go over the categories and we're going to go over the nominees. And then we're going to talk about who we think might win or who our favorites are. And we want you guys to tell us your favorites and who you think might win or who you're rooting for, who you think is going to win versus who you wish would win.
To convince your friends.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't have any friends, no, I'm just
make
kidding.
more email accounts.
No. No making more email accounts. We don't allow Vorta. No clones showing up.
Good knowledge. Okay, so before we get started on that, everybody, two things. Number one is please make sure to give this video a like and make sure to subscribe to this channel and give it a quick share on social media. Say, oh my God, you guys are announcing the Lappy Awards, Star Trek Awards nominees right now. Check it out. That's one. Number two is that some of the categories have 6 nominees and some of the categories have 8 nominees because some of them were just so big and had so many great answers that, or there was like a tie. So, a lot of reasons. Some have 6, some have 8. You're going to love them all. I'm just waiting for Anne-Marie to say, oh my God, I can't wait.
Excited. Some of the categories had 58 options when people added them in. It was amazing.
Some was like 45.
Which ones had the most answers?
The songs and the TNG funny moments.
What about the best friends?
Your favorite, and the best. Oh, sorry. And the flings and the favorite friendships. Those 4 were just out of control. And it was so amazing all weekend reading them. Every time I finished reading the polls, I'd go back and restart and more would be added. Like everybody was saying, and I agree, just reading through the answers totally brings smiles to faces, made everybody want to go back and watch. I totally went back and watched some episodes. I was like, this is giving me so much nostalgia. It was really fun.
Yeah. Also, before we get started on this, just to tease a little further, Melissa, which of these categories were you most excited to see the answers to?
I have to go with the song or the singing. It's it's not instrumental. It was singing moment. People got confused a little bit here and there, but just because there's so many great musical moments in Trek, just across the board. So and music is the universal language. But that one and the flings, and I don't know. There's more. There's a lot that I was excited about. So
speaking of flings, I was so excited I forgot to put in my my microphone.
Oh my gosh, we didn't even notice you weren't wearing something.
Yeah, and everybody at home, before we went live, we were like 2 minutes late because we were all singing Borderline by Madonna, and we just couldn't. We all just, I think Muhammad mentioned it, and then all of us just kept going like, you know.
Such a good song. It's fair.
it is.
Muhammad, did you have a category that you were most excited to see the answers to?
I was very curious about the flings one too. I don't know about excited, but I was just very curious. Like, what's going to show up on this one? So yeah, that was good. The wow moment for the new Star Trek. I was very curious. Like, ooh, what are people going to say? And it was really cool seeing like, oh yeah, that is a good choice. Oh yeah, I was very, very impressed with just all the things that people added to all the different categories. It was very, very cool. I'm glad this was crowdsourced.
Yeah, because there are a lot of categories that, the more you think about it, the more you go, wow, there are actually a lot of, like when we thought about the flings one, there are just so many flings that came up, and then more that got added that we didn't think about, or the singing moments when, Star Trek characters are singing, and it just kept going forever. And we realized, Jesus, are we watching a musical? Anyway.
It's the best.
Okay. So they're about to riot unless we go over one of these. So,
hold on, we're singing the Lifeform song in the live chat.
Borderline.
No,
Borderline.
Seems like I'm going
to lose my mind.
All right, we are losing people by the second.
Yeah,
my love. Keep going.
All right, so let us start. First, by the way, there are three main divisions, we call them, right? There is the new or present Star Trek, current Star Trek, I guess we should say, which is, everything that happened in the last 2 years of 2020 and 2021. That's Discovery, seasons 3 and the first 7 episodes of season 4, both seasons of Lower Decks, Picard season 1, Prodigy, just the first 5 episodes happened in 2021, and one short trek happened in on January 9th, 2020. So we thought that was kind of our little pet, that we were rooting for, was the one lone short trek that made the cut. All the rest were 2019 and before. It was
so good too. It was such a good short trek.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. So good.
And no spoilers, but we were very pleased that short treks, even though it only could ride one horse in this whole competition, is represented as one of the nominees, as voted by you guys. You guys were like, we are going to make short treks be represented, or this whole thing is not happening.
And it's only like 6 minutes. Yeah. It's not just one thing, it's 6 minutes of content.
And our friend Brandon Shemutawa says, who's like an amazing Star Trek podcaster for like a decade, he says it's his favorite episode of Star Trek ever.
Wow. And Scott Jensen, the 13th, says January 9th is my sister's birthday. So her middle name is Short Trek. Okay. So that's the first division. The second division is called Legacy, which is everything before 2017. So that's Next Generation, that's the animated series, original series, Voyager, Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, and 13 movies, all the movies. And then we have Star Trek Universe, and Star Trek Universe just includes everything, all Star Trek ever. So first thing we'll do is so there's going to be a little bit more of the new Star Trek category, since that's going to be what's going to be updating every year. So the first thing we will go into is in the division of new Star Trek, the best new character in Star Trek Discovery. So that is a character that was introduced in Discovery season 3 or season 4. And these are your nominees. Booker. Big surprise there, right? President. There are going to be 8 of them. Booker, President Tarina.
Suru's girlfriend.
Yeah. Kovich, Rin, our good Andorian buddy. Grudge the cat.
Oh!
I know.
Whoa.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Mochi's vote.
Also
right now.
Gray and Adira and the shit eater Admiral Vance. So those
Oh yeah.
It's accurate.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you guys rooting for anybody in particular there? And everybody in the live chat right now, let us know who you think is going to win and who you want to win. Anne-Marie, you're rooting for Rin?
I'm just talking to my friend Brie Belkey saying, because Bradley, her cat, actually has an email account. I'm like, he needs to make sure he votes for Grudge. But yeah, I'm like a major Rin supporter. I also love Adira because she's a Trill. Or they're Trill, but
they're not.
Or sorry, but they like bring Trill things into it, and kind of like calls back to Ezri Dax and also the host where they're not prepared to have the Trill in their body. So I think that's a really fascinating storyline. Yeah,
I think I love
everybody.
Our good buddy Stephanie, who does the NX 7062 podcast that Muhammad and Melissa were on live yesterday, said podcast would vote for Grudge, but I'm sure she means podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah. You did correct herself. Podcast would vote for Grudge. Mike Goo says he thinks Book is going to win, but he wants Grudge to win. Boy, we're getting a lot of but he wants Kovich. Sorry, he wants Kovich. One Trek fan says that she thinks Book will win, but she wants Grudge to win.
Grudge love. Maybe enough people want Grudge that
Book
Grudge
is
will
so
go
good
to the top.
Grudge
you know
is
what?
Wildly popular.
I'm going to say a very unpopular opinion here. Get used to it. Grudge, I don't even think is the cutest of the cats ever on Star Trek. I think Spot, and I think the little Cation kitten in Prodigy.
Oh my gosh. What about Chester?
So cute.
I love Chester.
I take Chester too.
Chester's chill.
I like Chester too.
He's fun. I like the way about him.
He's so fluffy.
No, you're right. Good. Yeah.
The location cat reminds me of Puss in Boots from
yes.
Yes. Shrek.
And Gaylenda and Kimber both are giving a lot of love to Noah. So we've got some friends rooting for him as well. Okay, so those are the 8 there. What we should have is some big graphic that shows all 8 of them. Can you get on that, Scott? Oh,
with animation too.
Scott. Where are you?
All right. Any final thoughts on that before
Grandpa Juan says spot for the win.
Spot for the win.
What's up, Tim Baum? Okay. So the next one, this was a tough one.
They're all so good. Oh my God, this is fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this one's tough. This one's tough because it comes with a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
Okay. So this one is the most shocking betrayal. And this is a Star Trek universe one. This is in all of Star Trek. Okay. All movies, all series. Okay. You guys, this is the one. Look at Melissa. Her nostrils are flaring. Steam's coming out of her hair. She's growing out one of those things that Dal has.
Or the prehensile pseudopod or whatever it was.
My favorite terminology.
Yikes. David Gregory says that Baggage is his middle and last name.
Yeah, so bring it.
You guys are about to get an inside scoop on the kind of drama that goes on behind closed Zooms. And this betrayal thing, I'll tell you why. Okay.
You did on Twitter too. It wasn't just behind this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Paging
we
Robert
went
Hewitt
public
Wolf.
with it. Okay, we went public with it. Look, here's the thing. A lot of people voted for Ducat betraying the Alpha Quadrant. And I was very skeptical about this because in my mind, a betrayal means that you must first give your trust or have an allegiance to somebody in order for them to be able to betray you. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I looked at Ducat as a villain who was always a villain and who, even if he wasn't the number one enemy, was certainly never a friend or certainly never trusted or certainly never had the Federation's allegiance. So in my mind, look, Melissa, I know you're about to tear my head off right now. You know what side of the argument she's on. So in my mind, I'm like, I can't think of Ducat as betraying the Alpha Quadrant and the Federation because I never thought that he was in the position of an ally or the position of allegiance or the position of a trusted friend to be able to break that trust and to be able to betray us. I just didn't think he was in that position. However, Liza is saying agreed. Before we get into the however, Melissa, would you like to tell us why you are fuming at the thought of Ducat not being considered a betrayal?
Well, because he did start to earn people's trust. He did become an ally. He was, the whole thing beginning with Zial, the tides started to turn for him. He wasn't strictly a villain at that moment. So, and he fought side by side with Sisko and the rest of them on more than one occasion. Right. And they put their trust in him.
Do you believe that Captain Benjamin Sisko trusted Gul Dukat?
I think he believed that I believe he trusted him not to do what he did.
1000% agree. And I trusted him not to betray the Alpha Quadrant.
Well, that's not a prerequisite.
Just said betrayal.
I'd say trust isn't so binary. It's not so like, Sisko did or Sisko didn't trust him. Because Melissa's point's fair that there was the point where Ducat went off with the bad guys and they were like, wait, where are you going? So I
looked it up. This is why I looked it up because I was unsure. And it said that the definition was a violation of trust or allegiance.
Yes. Continue our
test. Yes.
Was there an allegiance? Did Sisko? I didn't think that Sisko trusted him. I thought that they were just kind of like strange bedfellows at best.
From the Klingon.
Yeah,
and his daughter's on their station.
And he even saved them against the Dominion.
Yes.
He was in on a mission with them and saved them against.
That's called a long con.
That was straight up shocking.
Right. And this category, the question was most shocking betrayal. So big points for the shock value. Yes. The shocking is without a doubt. Absolutely,
and it was a betrayal because he even started to get Kira to kind of come to his side, which she hates Ducat. And
exactly.
Yeah, but like in Duet, she is able to change her mind and you are able to develop trust with a former enemy.
And I don't think Kira ever trusted him.
But he started to sow those seeds.
Right.
And you
keep saying he started to build trust. He started this and that, but that doesn't mean that they had arrived at that.
Again, it's not a binary. It's not a binary.
Yeah. What do you say, Mohammed?
It's not a binary. There's a continuum of trust, right? There's the I know you're going to do the right thing, or I know you're going to do the wrong thing. And Ducat was in the middle, but at the point of the betrayal, they thought he was at that moment going to do the right thing, and he didn't.
Right.
So
I
get your point, Ryan, but
because up to that point, when he found Zial, he started to do the right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And we thought he was on the road to redemption.
Yeah, they
and so to me,
he was going to do the
he
right
would
thing,
need to be not on the road to redemption, but having arrived at redemption order to be able to then
because
something.
In order to get to redemption, you have to build trust.
Right.
Otherwise, there's no, and that's what he did.
He was building it. He didn't have it.
Yeah, but,
it's too binary.
It's not as black and white as you're saying it is. It's not definitively, yes, I trust him, or no, I don't trust him. There are levels of trust, and he betrayed the trust that he had earned up to that point.
Right. And I totally get that. And what I'm saying is just on that road, I don't feel as though he had reached a point on that road to where he had the trust and which would qualify you for betrayal. This is my own personal opinion, is that on that road and throughout that gray area, I don't know where that line is, but I don't feel like he had reached it. However,
I by mistake start to trust him every rewatch.
I feel it was more like a temporary armistice. It was kind of the equivalent of that. Like it's like he completely didn't trust him overall, but there was a temporary armistice. And
There's
an assumption that he was not going to violate the armistice, and he still did. So that's still a betrayal, even though you don't trust him. It's still a betrayal.
Yeah, the whole.
See, and in my mind, I don't believe that is a betrayal in that case. I just believe that he's breaking the armistice. And I do want to point out very quickly that Heather Blue Fulton says Ducat is not in any way trustworthy. See, she gets it.
No, he's not. But
I trust him for his fashion sense. That blue dress was hot that he picked out.
Yes. Okay. I do want to throw in however, you guys, so that everybody doesn't say, boy, these guys, this is a great discussion, but it's been 7 minutes. Can we move on? So here is the however. Since we're toiling with it so much, and you see how abusive Melissa can get when you talk about Ducat, she gets at it.
I'm very passionate about him.
So what we did was we tweeted our good friend and a writer on Deep Space Nine, Mr. Robert Hewitt Wolf, and said, considering that however it was worded, I guess we should pull that up. Was it considered a betrayal what Ducat did in the final episode of season 5?
No. It was like 5:15.
The 13th episode of season 5. Yeah, thank you. So what I was hoping was that Mr. Robert Hewitt Wolf would tell us his insights from the writer's room and say, in the writer's room, we did in fact say Ducat betrays the Alpha Quadrant X, Y, and Z. That's what I was hoping. Or he would say, no, in the writer's room, we believed that X, Y, and Z. And then this would give us that definitive answer. He did not, but he gave us the next best thing, which was 3 people commented basically that they believed it was a betrayal. And he didn't say this, and this. He just said, these 3 guys, and tagged them. They're spot on. So that's the closest you're going to get. If Robert Hewitt Wolf says that these people are correct in saying it was a betrayal, then points to the vehement groups in our team. So one of them was Medallion, who's here in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to Medallion.
Yeah.
And Melissa gave that a like. I was like, ooh, Medallion's got a like. Let me see what Melissa. Oh boy, she's in there. She's like, you tell him, Medallion.
Yes. That's a betrayal.
Okay. So final tally, everybody in the chat, tell us, with all these discussions and arguments being said, do you believe that the position that Ducat was in was sufficient to consider a betrayal when he totally turned on the Alpha Quadrant and joined the Dominion?
And everyone was surprised. Cisco, everyone was surprised. It was a betrayal.
But surprise is not what we are.
But you said shocking.
Well, sure.
And that is shocking.
Mm-hmm. Right. I was never questioning the shocking value, though. I was questioning whether the starting point was enough to make it make us consider it a betrayal.
Oh, Scott Jensen said he betrayed the Alpha Quadrant, but worst of all, he betrayed his heart.
Well, and Zial.
Yes.
What was he supposed to love the most of all?
Mm.
He betrayed her after saving her life, and now he's gonna, throw her.
To be clear, saving her life,
the
but almost
window.
killing her right then. But still,
I know, but
I agree
that's
with
the
you, I'm just
point
teasing.
of his road to redemption and
Yeah.
earning trust, because he didn't murder his daughter.
I'm just teasing you. I totally agree.
I
And
know.
a really quick hello to Blake Strike in Australia, who's sneaking into this live chat from work.
Nice.
Nice, very good.
Hi.
Thank you.
Work, Australia.
Very nice.
And he says
Australia.
good day.
Yeah, it's
Good
early
day.
morning. It's morning for them. He's got a long day ahead of him.
It's awesome.
And Tim Baum says, by the way, shout out to Grandpa One, our good buddy and associate producer of the Seventh Rule, says, with his history, how could it be shocking? I don't know. Good writing, because I was shocked, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, we should know better than to trust that guy. So anyway, that is the giant setup for the question, or the category, which is, in the Star Trek universe, what was the most shocking betrayal? And no matter how hard I fought against it, I'm going to have to relinquish.
Have you been betrayed?
Nah. I think this was good.
Yeah,
I was
it
a
wasn't
little
shocking at all.
I didn't feel any betrayal. I only felt fear when Melissa started to get like a little. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm really gonna get it now." But
Wow.
so these are the nominees. It is with great regret that I must say one of the nominees is, yes, Ducat's betrayal of the Alpha Quadrant. And it was very mixed results in the live chat, although I will say that there were more yeses than nos. So we're in the minority, but we will not give up this fight.
Mhm.
No matter how much you want
into the
us
night.
It doesn't mean we think he should win, but yeah.
So Ducat's betrayal of the Alpha Quadrant. Also, Eddington betrays Cisco in Deep Space Nine, season 5, episode 13 for the uniform. That's 2 betrayals in like 3 episodes there. Another of the most shocking betrayals, one of my favorites, Ro Laren in Next Generation, season 7, episode 24, Preemptive Strike. Also, one of the dark horses, one of my favorites, Seska in Voyager, season 1, awesome. Episode 10, State of Flux. Boy, those are great ones. Also, Lorca in Discovery, season 1, episode 10, as well as Voyager, season 1, episode 10 for Seska. The episode is called Despite Yourself. So those are our, let's see, that's 5. So number 6, and very gladly, because we love all the,
we love Sex in the City.
Oh yeah.
Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I was like, oh, you mean Kim Cattrall of Big Trouble in Little China is what you mean.
Mannequin.
Mannequin, yes.
So this was Valeris in Star Trek 6. It's really cool to see some of the movies making some waves here. All right. Do you guys have any dark horse favorites?
Tuvok in episode 1 of Voyager with Maquis.
Right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Forgot about that.
Trade the Maquis, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody in the live chat, tell us who you think is going to win and also who you would like to win. What were you saying, Melissa?
I was going to say who I think might win and who I think should win is Michael Eddington. I do think
you
that
trade your uniform.
Yes. His probably was the biggest wow betrayal. You dirty rat.
You guys ever see that movie, The Secret of Nim?
Oh yeah, with the mice.
But that was mice.
Years and years ago.
I want to see that again. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, this is all such a high. Lappy is high. I'm so excited.
Everybody is saying Eddington. Boy, Eddington is going to be a tough one to dethrone. Tim says Eddington and Eddington.
Transporter accident.
David Gregory says he agrees with you, Melissa, that Eddington is a heavy favorite, although he spells favorite the British way. So you never know if he might be a betrayer too.
Seska is a total shocker, though.
Ooh, Spores is on Team Seska.
Ooh, podcast NX7062 says the writer's betrayal in the finale of the Enterprise.
Oh,
here's the thing.
See, when I first started reading that, I was thinking it was a betrayal of making it all about a holodeck thing like that.
Betrayal of Chef. Like, he doesn't even get included in the hologram program.
Yeah, I agree, Stephanie. Betrayal.
Okay. So the next one here.
Okay, my heart needs to calm down from beat.
No, because this one is also really, really cool. Okay, so we're going back to new Star Trek. And this is the most nostalgic moment in Star Trek Picard. There's only been one season, but they've given us so many great ones. So we've got the top 6 here. These are the 6 nominees of the most nostalgic moment in Star Trek Picard. Okay. Picard and Riker on the dock. It always reminds me of the Otis Redding song, and for me, that's a big winner.
Dock scenes.
Yes,
it's no Jake Sisko on the dock.
I thought you said, Anne-Marie, I thought you said, I love doxing. I was like, this is not that kind of show.
Oh, look what that means on Urban Dictionary later.
It's not, it's a bad thing, but not something you need to look up in Urban Dictionary. It's just when you share somebody's their private information publicly so that people can get like killed or made fun of or their house egged or whatever. Okay, so Picard and Riker on the dock. Picard's embrace with Hugh when they first meet. Picard says goodbye to Data. This was a very good one. I believe this was a write-in. Dude, you guys had so many good write-ins.
Yeah.
Like we would try to come up with a lot of good ones, but not all of them. And some people would come up with some write-ins where we're like, wow, we should have thought of that. Riker showing up to the rescue, which was awesome. That was in episode 10. Mm-hmm. And very short-lived moment, Seven and Icheb together. It's kind of gruesome, but they did spend a moment together.
And I started crying when we were going over the nomination. Makes me so beautiful and sad.
And the 6th one is Picard playing poker with Data.
A good set. It's a really tough set to pick from.
So live chatters, tell us who you are rooting for in this one. Melissa, what are you rooting for?
It's so hard to choose. I do like the Picard and Riker on the dock. Wait, could you say them again?
Oh yeah. Picard and Riker on the dock of the bay. Picard's embrace with Hugh. Picard says goodbye to Commander Data. Riker showing up to the rescue. Seven and Icheb together again, reunited, because it feels so good. And Picard playing poker with Commander Data.
This is gonna.
Yeah, I'm maybe.
But so hard.
Picard and Riker on the dock, and then Picard's hug with Hugh was really nice to see because it was nice to see how far Hugh had come.
And
it That was a good moment.
Yeah.
Great point on that.
Scott Jensen says Icheb got fridged.
Oh my God.
Poor Icheb, his life sucked. Remember when they tried to return him to his planet, and then his parents tried to get him assimilated again and everything?
Oh, the most heartbreaking.
It's terrible. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Mike Goose says Picard saying goodbye to Data. And Brad says Picard and Hugh is my vote. Chuck A says Picard and Data on the Enterprise bridge. Yeah, there's a lot of
a lot
of good moments there. Okay. A lot of good moments.
That's gonna be a really hard one to vote for.
It is.
Okay, we've got to change the mood here and go to funniest episode in specifically Star Trek Lower Decks.
Yay!
It's literally all of them.
I know. That was hard too.
Yeah. So this category has 6 nominees. And those nominees are...
Oh, they're all season 2.
Yeah. Can you believe it? We put in 20 episodes for everybody to vote on. And the 6 nominees that made it were all season 2.
But I was shocked.
Amazing.
Middle School Parts was so good, the season 1 finale. But
yeah,
the people want what the people want.
Yeah.
I like the movie one. I like that one, but oh well.
Yeah. But they did knock it out of the park in season 2. Like
they did.
Season 1 was great, but then season 2 came and I was like, wow.
Yeah, agreed.
This is great.
And DJ Kitty Cat and Medallion are both saying I excretus, and you are both correct that is one of the nominees. I excretus, which was episode 8, Mugado Gumado, which was episode 4. These are all season 2. Kayshawn, His Eyes Open, which was episode 2. Wedge Dudge, which was episode 9. An Embarrassment of Duplers, episode 5. And lastly, episode 3, which was We'll Always Have Tom Paris.
That's like the best
ice cream
title
machine
ever.
too, right?
Was that the one with the ice cream machine? Muhammad asked. I don't recall.
So they could be misremembered.
The ice cream machine?
Remember when they had to make the ice cream thing and it was like spitting out all the ice cream and
I think so, because Stephanie is saying Trip Tucker Sprinkles.
Well, that was first season, the Trip Tucker, because when they said Kirk Sunday was Trip Tucker Sprinkles.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember when Scott Jensen started doing memes with different character sprinkles on them?
Yes.
So good. So good.
We'll ask Melissa, because I feel like Melissa's the only one we can count on to like not peek at the list right now. So do you have a favorite out of those 6?
That's so hard too. What are they called again? Mugato?
The Mugatos.
The Mugatos were really funny because it was dirty, and sometimes that's funny stuff.
What was dirty about it?
That's funny.
So funny.
I excretus. Exactly. I cracked up at that part. It was so funny. And yes, I maybe when Tom Paris one, that the one where the replicator threw up.
That's what I was trying to remember. I thought
that's
it was
the
that
only kind of vomit that I laugh at.
I forgot about the vomit phobia.
Yes.
I can't even hear vomit, like the splatter. Good
None
Lord.
of it. Ryan.
There's fruit flies when they try to court their mate. They'll actually like spit up a little bit and hold it out for her.
Okay, well
the girl was like,
that's
"Ooh,
hot."
eat that.
I mean, we got to give it to them.
You
Those guys
shouldn't
got
have.
game. They got game. It's not even my birthday. Also, Kimber Spores here says all of those are amazing, and she knows because she is one of the people that did a write-in for funniest moment, which we can talk about later, that did make it as a nomination. So good knowledge on Kimber Spore's
episode or
yes.
best episode?
Funniest episode in Laura Dex.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Hey Marie, lots of people were saying happy birthday to you in the chat. I'm not sure.
No, it's
happy
because
birthday.
Scott Jensen made me a birthday meme because I think Captain Kirk is so hot. So he made me a Jeffrey Pinata birthday cake with Captain Kirk sprinkles. That's why Scott Jensen said it. That was the best birthday present ever. But yes.
Okay. Let's do next, you guys. Mohammed's trying to predict. Let's do favorite character singing moment. So this one had like a million things added to it. It was crazy. Okay, so these are the favorite character singing moments. This is moments in which a character on Star Trek or multiple characters broke into song. So this one has 8. Picard and Worf sing Gilbert and Sullivan in Star Trek Insurrection, which was so cool. And it's great to see a movie making it again.
Blue Skies didn't make it though.
However,
you're cheating.
Blue Skies, Data singing Blue Skies did make it from Star Trek Nemesis.
Oh, it did?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite songs. And after it was in Nemesis, I couldn't even listen to it until Picard came back out because it like broke my heart so much.
I still love Worf's reaction to like, oh, Irving Berlin.
So good.
Nothing wrong with
that is funny.
Berlin.
DJ Kitty Cat says Old Yellow Eyes. Good knowledge.
Oh, he had
That's
a CD that came out in the 90s that used to be in mail order catalogs. That would like come to your house and it was called Old Yellow Eyes, like Frank Sinatra.
Huh. Oh yeah, no, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's clever. But how cool is this that 3 Next Generation movies all got a nomination? So we have Picard and Worf sing Gilbert and Sullivan in Star Trek Insurrection. Data sings Blue Skies in Nemesis, one of Mohammed's favorites. And of course, everybody knows this one's coming. There's no way this one was not going to make the top 8. Data sings Life Forms in Star Trek Generations. So, the other 5 are in no particular order, of course. Captain Sisko sings The Best Is Yet to Come. Duet with Vic. That is season 7, episode 15, Bada Bing, Bada Bang. And also we've got 7 of 9 and the Doctor sing You Are My Sunshine on Voyager season 5, episode 21.
I love that episode.
We have Melissa, you'll be happy with this one. Major Kira getting some love that she deserves. Singing Fever, Deep Space Nine, season 6, episode 20 in his way. And our buddy Vic Fontaine.
And yes, we know it was actually Kira's hologram, Lola, whatever, just so everybody knows.
But still, it was
exactly.
Hello, Lola.
Okay, sorry.
Good song. It's a good song.
Freaking amazing.
And Mohammed, we were talking about Weird Al Yankovic before. Like a virgin to like a surgeon. He did Yoda as a parody of Lola, which was really good. Everybody check that out.
We're
I'm sure Medallion knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. So Kira doing Fever, Deep Space Nine, season 6, episode 20, his way, and our buddy Vic Fontaine singing I'll Be Seeing You, Deep Space Nine, season 7, episode 10. It's Only a Paper Moon.
No. Siege of AR.
Well, it could be both.
Is it both?
It's both,
it isn't both.
But you see Vic Fontaine, I think you see him singing it in the beginning of Siege of AR 558, and then they play it longer as Nog like is waiting to be transported off the planet after he's lost his leg. It's like super heartbreaking and beautiful.
You see, everybody, this is not easy. This is what we toil through. Even when we say we're leaving it up to the fans. We're still like, yeah, but we got to figure this out. The last bit of it.
It's like a med school exam study session.
Mm-hmm. And the last one, and there are probably a couple people saying this better be on here. The doctor, the EMH doctor, his Ponfar version of La Donna e Mobile, Voyager, season 6, episode 4, Tinker, Tenor, Doctor, Spy.
Freaking epic list.
Okay, so everybody in the live chat, there it is. Scott Jensen says, same album, Ryan, Dare to Be Stupid. Yeah, he knows. This guy gets it. He's stuck in a closet with Vanna White. Am I right?
Oh, yeah,
Scott Jensen?
Remember that song. That was great.
So everybody in the live chat, let us know which one you hope will win. Lots of really good ones. There is Cisco singing The Best Is Yet to Come with Vic. There's Seven in the Doctor, You Are My Sunshine. There's Data singing Blue Skies, Kira singing Fever, Vic singing I'll Be Seeing You, Data's Life Forms song, the Doctor's Ponfar version of La Donna e Mobile, and Picard and Worf sing Gilbert and Sullivan. Mr. Wolf, do you know Gilbert and Sullivan? No, sir, I've not had a chance to meet all the ensigns. No, Mr. Wolf, it's a song. It's a song, Wolf.
Oh my God.
You idiot. God damn it, Mr. Wolf.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
So let us know
if you were an
want.
ensign, if Worf came over to meet you, that would be so scary and intimidating.
Ensign Gilbert, Ensign Sullivan.
Yeah. You must be Ensign Gilbert.
Oh my gosh.
Robert Kaiser has given us the lyrics of the EMH song. That's a good one.
It's so good.
Anne-Marie,
Nice.
you're a musician, right? Can you sing it?
No. Not without like a drink first.
He's giving you the lyrics. To walk, I understand.
That's good. That's really good. I love in the show
That's
also
brilliant.
when he like throws the
Brilliant.
hypo spray to like and to Pierce Tuvok with the whatever.
Lots of Blue Skies love in the chat.
Blue Skies is
Mhm.
amazing, and I really love seeing on the poll also that some people said Blue Skies before, because at the end when before like starts humming,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's just
yeah.
heartbreaking and brings a tear. That's one of my top tearing up moments in all of Star Trek. Oh,
Mhm.
so good.
Melissa, which one are you rooting for?
The Best Is Yet to Come with Avery or Captain Cisco and Vic, because Avery's voice, oh my gosh, is like butter. I'm just melt when he sings that. It's so beautiful. He sings so beautifully. I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the one I'm rooting for.
It's a good one.
All right. Let's take a break from this and make a quick announcement because the fans have made some demands. And if we are known for anything, we're wimps. So when fans make demands, we go, no, but then secretly we go, yeah, we should probably do it, right? That's a pretty good idea. We should definitely try that out. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And
Especially
there
one
were-
guy.
Who's that?
I think the one who you're about to announce.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Continue.
Yes, let's keep this ball rolling.
So some people were saying, hey, what's going on? You know, they're saying we get that you can't do all of, the last 4 years for something that's supposed to be an annual show. And we get that this year's an exception. So you're doing 2 years because of COVID and because it's the first one and all that. However, we want Discovery season 1 and season 2 and short treks to get the love that they deserve. Are they just going to be forever omitted from these? Let's say we do these award shows for 12 years in a row. then Discovery season 1, season 2, and short treks will never have gotten much love. They'll be included in the Star Trek universe. That's everything. But they'll never get really a spotlight on them like these other new shows, the other new seasons are getting. So I believe Glenn
Iverson talks.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's true. And anybody that's smart listens when Glenn Iverson talks. I'll warrant.
Good man.
So he very strongly suggested, he made a good point. And so, yeah, we're going to do a pre-Lappy show on the Saturday preceding it. So that's the day before. We'll do a little special, which will have a few winners and a few nominations and a few categories and a few awards specifically for Star Trek 2017 to 2019. That is all of season 1 and season 2 of Discovery and the first 9 short treks, all the short treks excluding the last one, because the last one was in 2020, as we mentioned before. And so that's in this one. So they will all get their love, and we will have a special show just for that, hosted by some really cool people. And so we will open this week some new Discovery polls and short trek polls specifically for 2017, 18, and 19 for this special on Saturday, March 19th, the day before these Lappy Awards. So that is for you, Glenn Iverson, who is not listening right now. So it's for everybody else.
Sometimes he listens from work and can't go on the chatter. He'll get busted.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so we've got a few of those already kind of worked out, but we're going to finish working those out as a team and figure out exactly how many that we're going to do and what the categories are going to be. And then we'll put those out.
Snippy comment.
So just make sure everybody, you join the Virtual TrekCon Facebook group, because everything will be posted there. They'll be posted in other places, but if you just want to go into one place to catch everything, that's where it's going to be, and it's going to be shared from there or to there. Okay. Kimber says that sounds fair. Well,
okay, good.
Well, then
make it
that's
so.
The way it should be.
Then that's it.
What Kimber says goes.
Yeah, we needed Kimber's voice of reason when we were squabbling over the non-betrayal that you guys were trying to convince me was a betrayal.
That was a betrayal.
It's still a betrayal, even if you're in denial.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next one, which is Muhammad's trying to predict, and I bet he does. He's wrong. He's wrong. It is going to be the most wholesome / best moment in Prodigy. Now, Prodigy is just an infant right now. Prodigy in 2020 and 2021 only has had 5 episodes so far. So we have to keep reminding ourselves, because we think, oh, this was such a great moment. We say, nope, that was episode 7 or that was episode 9. Just the first 5 episodes of Prodigy. But Prodigy, it's definitely going to get the love it deserves, because we are very impressed with it and like it very much so far.
So good.
Love it.
Love that show.
Amazing.
And we owe it all to Mohammed Noor. Thank you.
Yes.
My role is like this big.
Yeah.
Although some of that
awesome
science that Aaron Wilkie was spouting on Twitter was like, oh my gosh, it made me think of you immediately. It's like, so good.
I'm honored. Thank you.
So those 6 moments, most wholesome and best moments in Prodigy so far in the first 5 episodes. Episode 5, the rescue of Gwyn from the murder planet. That was very nice. Episode 4, Rock Talk is gleefully
oh my gosh,
and enamoredly,
we have like the Rock Talk fan club here,
covered in alien babies, those like little rabbit alien. She's just like, that was magical. Chuck A says Dr. Noor rules.
True.
Everybody agrees.
Thank you.
Episode 1, Rock talking for the first time, revealing her true voice and her true identity was really cool. Gwen rescuing Murph instead of abandoning him, because there was that moment she wasn't so sure. Hologram Janeway explains the Federation to the youngsters.
I loved that.
On the show and watching. And lastly, Gwen tries to go easy on the little Cation kitten. Now, it wasn't perfect, but the attempt was there, and that little Cation really liked her.
It's so cute.
And I really hope that Cation joins the crew. Come on,
Me too.
let's make it happen.
Me too. Woo.
Dr. Noor, do you have a moment that you're rooting for?
Definitely rooting for Gwen rescuing Murph. Because I mean, that to me was like, oh, she's good. Even though I love Rock Talk, and Rock Talk's probably my favorite character of the show, but that one scene was like, that was great. Very wholesome.
Yeah.
So everybody that's watching, let us know which one you are rooting for. Because I kind of think I'm rooting for Rock Talk rolling around in alien babies. But see, are we talking about the cutest moment, or are we talking about the most wholesome moment? There's a slight difference, because otherwise, if we're going with cutest moment, I think when she said baby stars, I think that was pretty
Wait, is this the first time we're hearing your Rock Talk impression?
That's so cute.
I honestly don't remember what Rock Talk sounds like. I just remember that she had like that kind of high pitch.
Yeah,
that was good.
Awesome.
God, that was adorable.
So
And very,
cute.
very, very funny, on the page, well written, but also beautifully delivered. This girl is amazing. NX7062 says saving Murph. Chuck says the Cation. Galinda says meow.
Oh.
All right. Well, Lisa, are you rooting for any in particular?
Right now it's a toss-up between Gwen saving Murph and Rock Talk covered in baby aliens. I don't know. And here's another example of betrayal, Ryan, is that if Gwen saved Murph and then turned around and blew him up, so
Poor Ryan.
Oh my God.
Oh, are we
and
still
then
on?
he goes and blows him up. Yeah.
Of Gwen doing what?
She saves Murph from the murder planet, and then 2 episodes down the line, blows him up and murders him. That's betrayal, and that's what Ducat did.
Gwen blew up Murph.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember Gwen blowing Murph up.
No, I said that's what if it happened. It is a hypothetical.
Oh.
It is a hypothetical.
See, but I wouldn't even think so, because she was. No, maybe she's certainly more trusted than, because she was never an enemy.
More trusted than
Ducat.
I hope so.
Yeah,
God.
she was never an enemy. She was always with them. Yeah, that would be a betrayal. That would be rude at the very least.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on to the funniest moment ever in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes, I love this category.
This is so fun.
I laugh so hard every time I run it.
Why is Worf so dominant when comedy is
Remember
the category?
He had to tell Jadzia he was funny on his old ship. I'm like, when you look at this list, you don't need a reminder.
Yeah.
But he's just funny all the way around, because he plays such a good straight man.
Exactly.
And his delivery is spot on. Ugh, so many.
Not the cat though.
Worf lines.
Sorry,
I will feed him.
Yes, bring on the Worf impression.
It's amazing just how much humor the character of Worf has throughout the Next Generation.
For a guy cast as barely a main character at the beginning
For
of
a
the
guy
show.
cast as a not funny character, he ended up being the funniest by far on the show.
So good.
Okay. So here are the nominees, of which there are 8.
Yeah, that's right.
Number 1, of course, they're the first one, and these are in no particular order, is Worf, as you know, is not a merry man.
So funny.
And that is
that
is in Cupid, season 4, episode 20, of course.
Love
Then
Cupid.
in season 7, episode 6, entitled Phantasms, that you just mentioned, Muhammad, Data asks Worf to take care of Spot. That might be my favorite ever, personally. What did we miss?
A good cat.
Why is everybody saying Minsk in the live chat? Are we talking about that Seinfeld thing from Milan to Minsk?
Oh my God, is Bette Midler going to be in Star Trek?
Okay, I don't get that reference.
She's in the Minsk episode. Okay, good.
Picard wakes up next to Q in season 6, episode 15, Tapestry. Okay, that's a very close second for me, or 1A and 1B.
You love that.
Because the way Picard sells it, he wakes up and he goes, bonjour or whatever, and he pulls up the
blanket.
the blanket, like he's so like, ooh, he might see my chesticles. That was just brilliant. That was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Also, there is season 3, episode 24, Menage a Troy. I don't get that reference. Jealous Picard recites Shakespeare to win Luoxana back from the Ferengi.
This was a John Crandall added.
John Crandall?
Yeah, he added that one into the...
John Crandall, our good buddy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in season 2, episode 10, the Dauphin. I don't know how you guys...
It's a French word, Ryan.
Yeah, well, in French, it's Dauphin, but I don't know how the Americans pronounce it.
Well, that's it, except I think by mistake, didn't they make it masculine when it was supposed to be feminine? There's some controversy. But anyway, sorry, continue.
No, that's good information. I don't know how Americans
pronounce it. Because it's about Celia.
When I see that word, I say Dauphin. That just means dolphin in French. Riker and Guinan teach Wesley how to talk to girls.
Shut up, kid.
Yeah, that line was great.
Also, Next Generation, season 3, episode 13, Deja Q. Worf wants Q to die to convince him he is mortal. That's when he says, like, what do I have to do to convince you guys I'm mortal? And he says, die. Right? That's a good one.
They would prove it.
Worf.
And also,
they're such good frenemies.
Another one, and we have 2 movies coming up in the other 2 in Generations. Data singing for the life forms, or doing the life forms song that we all know and love. That's a big hit. That's in multiple categories, multiple nominations. And lastly, Riker and drunk Deanna argue about the timeline. There's no time to argue about the timeline. We don't have the time, or whatever she says.
She throws back her hair right after that. Too.
Yeah. It's a primitive culture.
That was good.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. It took me right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Riker with like, you're drunk.
Chuck A in the live chat, Chuck A is saying possibly my favorite Q quote. I mean, definitely my favorite Q quote, possibly my favorite quote ever. He says, "Eat any good books lately?" when he comes up to Worf. That's brilliant.
That was great.
So everybody at home, let us know which one you are rooting for out of Worf is not a merry man. Data asks Worf to take care of Spot. Picard wakes up next to Q. Picard recites Shakespeare to win Luoxana back. Riker and Guinan teach Wesley how to talk to girls. Worf wants Q to die to convince him. Data is searching and singing for the life forms. And Riker and drunk Deanna argue about the timeline in First Contact.
This is so hard.
You guys have any favorites?
I
that you want to win?
love Guinan and Riker's scene.
You do, yeah.
Teaching Wesley how to date. And then obviously tell him he's a good cat. So fun.
Melissa, you have any favorites that you're rooting for?
The Merry Man. I I love it when he says that. I laugh out loud every time I see that part. And the Picard covering his nips. That's probably and your Troy impression was so good. I think that might be the top as well.
You know, one time I did a Troy impression to Marina. We were on set a few years ago in Fifth Passenger, a sci-fi thriller with our buddy Scotty Baker. A bunch of Star Trek people were in it: Doug Jones, Tim Russ, Marina, of course, Armin Shimmerman, and so on. And I was co-producing, and Marina was on set, and she's so sassy, and she's just like, she's very sassy. And she was calling me Frenchie. She's like, "Oh, shut up, Frenchie." She said, I don't remember what it was, but she said, "Oh, shut up, Frenchie." And I said, "I sense you're angry." And then she goes, "I'm gonna hit you." She was like in the makeup.
That's
thing.
amazing.
But she didn't hit me. I was too far away, and I made sure to be. Okay. Chuck A says, "I'm not a married man." Yes, and DJ Kitty Cat mentions that Worf smashes the loot, which was also
so
a hilarious moment, and then he hands it back to Geordi. You rooting?
Funny dude.
He is. Are you rooting for any Muhammad?
Probably pick the Riker and drunk Deanna one. I really liked that. I thought that was really funny.
Too real.
Too real. How so, Anne-Marie? Let's see. Let's pick another one here. Pick another one out of the hat. Okay. Let's do another universe one that is all of Star Trek universe, all series and movies. This one is, okay, not movies. It's just all episodes. This one is the scariest episode ever in Star Trek, specific to episodes. Okay.
Get excited, NX7062.
So this is 6 episodes, 6 nominees. One is Empok Nor, Deep Space Nine's Empok Nor. And
1-0. 1-0 in the Nor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
But that's neither here
or there.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Another Deep Space Nine episode, season 5, episode 11, Darkness and the Light. We have 2 Next Generation
wow, I
episodes.
didn't know that made the cut.
Schisms. Schisms is one, and Frame of Mind is another. Wait a minute, oh no, Phantasms, not Schisms. For a second, I was like, didn't we just mention that? So Schisms and Frame of Mind, and then we have one Enterprise, which was season 3's Impulse, and one Voyager, which was season 2's The Thaw. So that is Empok Nor, Darkness and the Light, Schisms, Frame of Mind, Impulse, and The Thaw. In the live chat, please let us know which one you are rooting for. What are you guys rooting for? Which one is your favorite?
This is hard.
You go with the Enterprise one, I think.
So hard. Some people like have a really big problem with those like things hanging upside down, and apparently that's really triggering for like that's like a weird like basic human impulse like horror thing. So it's been like talked about as like when you see that imagery, it immediately like triggers people. Isn't that crazy?
Dark Nor is kind of scarier, but it was. I mean, aside from Nog and O'Brien, it was more lower stakes characters.
Man,
but
Cardassians on drugs are scary as hell.
Yeah.
I got pretty scared. This is a hard one because I would pick Empok Nor, not just because Nog's in it, but but that was a good like.
It was great.
Scary episode, but then again, the impulse was pretty scary, you know, almost zombie Vulcans, but that's pretty scary. And then I think Schisms was probably pretty scary
click,
too.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
That thing was so creepy.
Yeah. I don't want to be abducted that way.
Also, oh my God, like
that way. You really need a qualifier for abducted?
Better
yes. Only if they're nice aliens and they don't, you know, drill into my skull.
And our buddy Tim Baum says the original series Salt Monster, that was a very scary thing for sure.
Well, like cutting babies out of stomachs or like abdomens without especially without anesthesia. Oh my God, that was like
scary.
Freaking insane for a Star Trek episode. Also, the gaslighting and frame of mind might actually be the creepiest one of all to me.
What do you think is the most gaslighting episode? That one, Frame of Mind, or Chain of Command Part 2?
That's a good one. Well, I think Frame of Mind, because Chain of Command, like Picard knows he's being tortured. Like there's no question that that's his reality.
Yeah, but remember at the very end, he said that for a moment he could actually see 5 lights. So this guy was gaslighting him so hard that it was actually working.
That's more of brainwashing, I think, than gaslighting.
Yeah. Sure.
Gaslight, I would have to go with Frame of Mind for the gaslighting thing.
But I think that gaslighting is,
what about inner light,
is defined as, you know, making, you know, doing all these things to make that person.
What's the first rule of gaslighting club?
I don't know.
There's no gaslighting.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's pretty funny. But the point of gaslighting is to make the person question their own reality, if I remember correctly, by the definition.
Yeah,
so
but
Frame of Mind does that. But I think that Picard certainly had his own reality questioned if he's looking at 4 lights and actually is convinced that he's looking at 5.
But I think it's more of you're presenting a picture of what the truth actually is, and then you find out that it's all been a lie. Like O'Brien when he was in jail for 20 years when he really wasn't. That's gaslighting too.
What about the Kira as a Cardassian one?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the great one. Yeah, there's so many.
Mm-hmm.
Second skin.
That's what it's called, second skin. Yeah. Good knowledge.
Useless knowledge.
So who was it? David Gregory. Yeah, there it is. He said Impulse and Empok Nor are both really hard to choose between.
Mm-hmm.
And War Dogheim out in Montana reminds everybody to like that smash button.
Timber Spore says the thaw is what started her fear of clowns.
Wow.
That clown was scary as hell.
It wasn't that Voyager episode, I bet.
It prompted my fear of dolls.
Really?
It's the baby Harry Kim doll. Or I guess that's what people cosplay it as. The little doll dressed up as him. In the show, it was an actual baby.
Yeah.
But those dolls are creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Child's Play.
So the next one,
Chucky.
And this one is possibly one of our favorite. I mean, certainly one of our favorites, possibly number one. It was certainly one that we were most excited to talk about and see. And this one is a legacy question or category. This is just pre-2017 Star Trek. And the category is, what is your favorite legacy friendship? Star Trek is great at making really nice friendships, with some notable exceptions. They were lacking a little bit back in the day in certain aspects. But here are the 8 nominees as chosen by you, the voters. And here they are in no particular order. Okay, in a slightly particular order. Jake and Nog.
Yeah.
Number one. Okay. Just to get
Moving
that
on to
one
the
out
next
of the way.
question.
Moving on. That's it. That's all you need to know. Jake and Nog are one of the 8 nominees. We also have Bashir and O'Brien. We also have Data and Geordie. We've got, interestingly, and this is probably going to be another battle to the death.
The odd couple.
Odo and Quark.
Yes.
Because they're definitely friends, even though they would never admit it. At least Odo would not. But I would certainly put them in the frenemies category more so than friends.
Yeah.
It was written all over his back.
That's the cutest thing
That's
ever.
funny.
I love that.
Also, Bashir is actually twice in this. I mean, he's such a two-timer. So it's Bashir and O'Brien, but there's also Bashir and Garrick.
Yeah.
And there is obviously Tom and Harry, the good old boys club, Tom and Harry. We've got 7 of 9 and the Doctor, which is just such a brilliant
Love
pairing.
them.
And lastly, but not leastly, the first friendship in Star Trek, Kirk and Spock. Although Kirk and Bones were more of friends, but the friendship between Kirk and Spock just had so much more to it.
Yeah.
So is it JJ Kirk Spock or or TOS Kirk Spock?
Oh.
Well, we hadn't specified, but I guess it's both.
I'm going with Intent of the Law, TOS.
Probably TOS, yeah.
Melissa, which one are you rooting for out of those?
Robert Kaiser has it right. Jake and Nog. Oh gosh, it's so hard. Of course, Jake and Nog is probably going to be one of my first choices, but
there's a but.
There's so many great friendships. It's so hard to choose. Easy answer is Jake and Nog. But they're all great answers. Like I love Geordie and Data
they're
together.
So sweet.
They're so cute. And
what about when Seven's like drunk and she goes, "We are as one," and she's like, "We are as one."
No, I love that relationship.
Like, what is this, a creation convention? Yeah, but I kind of like ship them too much to vote for them.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
7 and the Doctor?
7. Oh, totally. Someone to Watch Over Me is one of my favorite episodes. Love those two.
I like that episode too. It's very wholesome.
Oh. So I watch it like at least once a month. So good.
Wow.
Not in his way. But obviously Jake and Nog.
Mohammed, who are you rooting for? Do you have any favorites?
I do love Jake and Nog, but I was a little sad that not in the top 8 we didn't get Malcolm and Trip, but it's okay. It happens. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they weren't in the top, but Malcolm was in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah. I believe they were pretty close to the top. I mean, there were like 50 friendships or something.
Nice. Grandpa
and
once
some
said
non-friendships added to it. But Trip and Malcolm were very close to making the cut, if I remember correctly.
They were actually shockingly low. But
really?
It was Trip and
they were
Archer.
Very close.
Trip and Archer.
Yeah, we need more Enterprise fans in this. This is not fair. Enterprise needs more love. We kept trying to share it in Enterprise groups, and they were just not letting it. They're like, we don't want Enterprise to do well in this. They don't love Enterprise the way we love Enterprise.
Use Trippin', says Medallion.
Okay, everybody in the live chat, if you believe that Enterprise deserves more love than it gets, just say yes. We don't have to wait for it. It's like on a 20-second delay.
I'm just putting in my yes.
Yes, nice.
Times infinity.
Here we go. You're right.
Yeah.
I like how the first ones are all of us.
We know the answer first.
Woohoo!
So, well, I guess that's about it. We're just about out of time here, everybody. So we will do the rest of these next week. And we will also do the Discovery season 1 and 2 and Short Treks nominees as well. That will be next week at the same time, which is Tuesday evening at 5 p.m. Pacific. That's like 8 p.m. Eastern,
8 p.m.
something
Eastern
like that.
Standard Time.
And those of you in the UK, that's like 0300.
Australia, it's morning.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Australia, it's
Love that.
brunch. So that's about it. Please check it out next week when we come back and we finish these. We'll tell you some of the things that we'll be discussing. Number 1 is the best antagonist. Oh, this is one of the best. I really like this one.
Yeah,
the best
agreed.
antagonist in new Star Trek. And we will give you a hint.
It's not too hot.
All four new Star Trek series are represented in the answers and the nominees that you nominated, which is awesome.
That's
We love
awesome.
seeing that. We love it when everybody kind of comes in and, everybody gets nominated rather than just a whole bunch of Enterprise haters voting one way.
And War Dog Heim has a good question. When is the voting?
For Discovery. Well, we are going to discuss this as a group. Bill Erickson out in Montana, the very blue sky, sometimes white, like currently. And we will come up with a few of these. We have a few probably, and we will try to put them up maybe tomorrow. So
I think he was
Yeah, I think he's talking about the finalists.
general voting. So the Google voting.
that will be, let's see, we're doing the math 2 weeks from now.
So when it's due or when it opens?
When it opens.
Okay.
So 2
So
weeks
go
from
watch
now,
all these
well,
episodes.
like a week and a
Yeah.
half from
Pull it
now.
over.
We
Do
will
your
let you know.
homework.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll send out the emails and we will be posting on social media and we'll be talking about it specifically next week. But that is going to be because next week we're going to announce the rest of the nominees and then voting will open up. Actually, it may open up next week right after
That's what I was thinking.
we announce them. Yeah,
That's a good
if I remember
idea.
correctly, actually, yeah. Shit, it's already February.
I know.
We worked this out already, guys. I promise.
Good idea.
It's just time's moving fast.
Yeah.
We will also talk about the biggest wow moment in new Star Trek, which was really fun. Also, this one is, we call this one the cutthroat category, especially Melissa. Her eyes light up when we say cutthroat, which is the best new episode in Star Trek. That's just all of them battling it out. And there are some nominees there. Then we also have the funniest moment in new Star Trek. And here's a hint, you guys. Who would have guessed this? There are going to be 8 nominees, and not all of them are Lower Decks somehow. I would have thought the top 50 would all be Lower Decks.
It's so great.
We'll also talk about the best movie visual effects for its time, which is very important. And also the best Star Trek documentary film. We've got some nominations for that. We also have your favorite legacy fling. Boy, that one was also that one was also
That
a
was
doozy.
cutthroat.
That was a battle royal. I got a brain bruise.
Oh my gosh. Out of control.
You guys are
Wow.
savages.
Oh,
Lots
that
of
also
wows
had
in the
almost
chat.
60.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
all amazing.
50 of them were Kirk and no, just kidding.
Very nice. So all that and more, we will also tell you what happened in our Twitter poll, which was a really fun one, which is what do you consider to be the first episode of the original series? So stay tuned for next week for that. We have got to.
Yes. Trivia time.
Get some trivia going, everybody. Some people are like,
is this universe trivia or legacy trivia?
Some people are like, I only come here for the trivia. I'm so sick of listening to you guys. I just want to see the trivia. Okay. So here's the trivia question. We know this one. Who was originally cast as Captain Catherine Janeway? Is it Judi Dench? B.
That would be amazing.
Catherine Deneuve.
Oh.
Is it C. Sophia Loren? Is it D. Genevieve Bujold? So everybody in the live chat, make your guesses. Judi Dench, Catherine Deneuve, Sophia Loren, Genevieve Bujold, and that is who originally was cast as Captain Catherine Janeway.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, is this a Voyager episode?
Wait.
Shattered.
Okay. So very quickly, yesterday, the Seventh Rule did a new premiere of the full episode of our review of, what was it?
Statistical probability.
There it is. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Statistical Probabilities, Deep Space Nine, Season 6, Episode 9. So check that out on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Watch the full episode. Tons of fun. You remember that one. It's actually better upon rewatching. It gets better as time goes on.
It is. Agreed.
So good.
Then on Wednesday, that is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Falling Tower is doing a review of Disney Plus's Hawkeye, and our special
man
guest
called Hawkeye
is a cosplayer, model, and fabricator, Jackie Gaynor. Sorry, I always pronounce it the German way. It's Jackie Goner. She will be joining us. That is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Then very important, the Seventh Rule, new review of Prodigy episode 10 at a new time. This will be 1 hour later to make scheduling work because we have some very special guests joining us, but
that's plural.
Mm-hmm. But in order for the schedules to work, we have to do it at a later time. So it will be on Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. No big deal. It's 0300 UK time, 0400 for Robert Kaiser. So check that out. That's going to be our review of the new Prodigy episode. And then we'll see you also next week on next Tuesday right here. And yes, Anne-Marie, on Sunday, there's also the Seventh Rule review of One Little Ship.
Also with a special guest.
Deep Space Nine. Melissa Longo.
Special guest.
Is that who you meant, Emery?
Wait, isn't that the one with
No.
where you had? Okay. Oh, then Melissa. Then yes, Melissa Longo.
All good.
That one's not happening yet.
Okay, so anyway, and the winner is, everybody knows, right? Genevieve Bujold. We all know that one.
There were multiple write-ins. I think it started with Medallion for Linda Carter.
Those are some epic answer choices. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, where did they come up with those?
David Gregory says
All
to
European
have and
royalty.
Bujold.
I know. Yeah.
Amazing.
Scott Jensen says he believes that Anne-Marie is an augment.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
touching that one.
Hilarious.
You know how to check for the virus.
Oh my
Right.
gosh, this live
Okay.
chat's flying by.
So we got to run, everybody at home, but Melissa, can you tell everybody where they can find you online, or not where they can find you, where you would like for them to find you?
You can find me on the three main
Viewers.
the main viewers. The three main social medias: Instagram, Twitter, the FB. at Melissa Longo. Walking art made by Melissa. The seventh rule. Virtual TrekCon. Yeah, and the YouTube. I do have a channel here, so you can look at some videos.
Dr. Siegel, where can everybody find you online?
At Anne-Marie Siegel and the number 1. I put in the live chat. On Twitter.
Anne-Marie Siegel 1. Dr. Mohammed Noor, what about you?
Sure. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, MAF like in Frank, Noor, and like November OOR, or on YouTube as BioTrekkie with 2 Ks and an IE at the end.
Great stuff. BioTrekkie is great stuff. Everybody check that out. You can find me, just Google me. Maybe that's dangerous. I need to Google myself before I tell everybody to Google me. Just go into your favorite social media and just do a search for Ryan T. Husk. Put the T in there and then you'll find me. But especially check me out on the Falling Tower YouTube page or the Seventh Rule YouTube page, or this one right here, the Virtual TrekCon YouTube page. And go check us out at virtualtrekcon.com. It's going to have all the great information about the Lappy Awards, which is going to be a lot of fun. David Gregory says, "Oh, my sweet Enterprise, this was a great night. Thanks so much, Virtual TrekCon, and all registered voters. Be well and
registered voters."
All right. So I think that's it, right? Am I forgetting anything? What a relief. All right. So everybody at home, thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to give this video a like. Please be sure to make a comment in the comment section below and tell us who you want to win, what you think about this award ceremony, all that stuff. Keep the conversation going, because we do check these and we do live and learn and we do adjust and we do say no. And then we secretly go, that's a really good idea. We should probably do that.
Yeah.
And keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing.
Yeah. Don't overshare, but but anyway, thanks very much, guys. We really appreciate you. And please be sure to subscribe to this channel and get your friends to subscribe to this channel, Virtual TrekCon channel. It needs to reach the new what's the word I'm looking for, Mohammed?
Goal?
Not a goal, not a
threshold.
The thing. Well, we'll go with threshold, because that is a Star Trek
Frontier.
reference.
All right.
Of 1,000 subscribers. Our other channel, Seventh Rule has like 13 or 14,000. Falling Tower has like 1 million. But the Virtual TrekCon channel is just a baby, and it's only at like 850, and it needs to get up to 1,000.
Yes.
So please get your friends to subscribe to this channel. It's going to help a ton. And we'll see you next time. Okay. And remember, everybody at home, that when you are looking for the very first Star Trek Awards ceremony and the first and biggest sci-fi virtual convention in the history of this little blue marble, put it on the main viewer. That's it.
Great.
Nicely done.